And that's what, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I was just saying about the show, that it's gratitude is what is on the menu. Gratitude. The lack of gratitude is what it's all about. That's the name of the show, due to the fact that the gratitude that people show, they're not showing it. Younger people are not being courteous to older people. They're not showing respect in that area. I get more respect than most people do because the way I dress. You dress like this, people are going to go out their way to try to be gracious. But I notice regular people on a regular basis do not do that toward each other. You know, because I ride public transportation, I ride the bus, and I notice that people don't get up for older people when they want a seat. They do not let women and children have a seat. I noticed, you understand me, that I had gave a seat up. I had given a seat up to a lady with a child. I had stood up all the time, right? And then it was a kid sitting in a seat, a girl about, I say 18, 19. And I had to stand up over her for about 20 minutes. And then the lady that was next to her left the bus. And then she was still sitting. And then she moved over and I sat down. 2 or 3 minutes after I had sat down, I noticed a lady that was standing over me when I was sitting with a child. Nobody seemed to want to move for the lady. Nobody wanted to get up. I mean, I sat there for about 5 minutes before I looked around and seen nobody was going to get up. So I got up and gave her my seat. Now I'm 65 years old. I have the privilege of sitting down and disabled, you understand me? So I should be able to sit down and, you know, and be able to, you know, to be able to be respected. But don't you know that these people are not paying that no mind? These younger people are not respecting the older people as far as giving them seats. If there is some, I haven't seen them lately. They might be a few. I'm not going to say there's not many that don't. They give me my respect and they give me seats and things. But I'm talking about the general people that are in that age bracket. Not me, because I'm flamboyant. I look like, you know what I mean? I'm the kind of person they go out their way to try to help. But I'm saying, typically speaking, they are not helping and doing the senior citizens any kind of justice as far as, you know, giving them seats, or ladies that are pregnant, or ladies that are carrying children. Excuse me, they're not considering the condition of their health or the condition of their situation or anyone else, you know. And it's like, when I was speaking on the other show, I was talking about how the young guy jumped up and gave me a seat, you know, only because I'm who I am, right? And that wasn't really sincere and showing that he was being polite, because when a woman was there, you understand me, he didn't give her the seat, you know, and she wasn't a young girl, she was, you know, disabled and everything. He didn't give her a seat. So it's like, these people be selective on who they let sit down. You let a young, fine woman, attractive woman, you let her sit down only because you're trying to get action. You know, you're not doing things for sincerity of being helpful. You're not taking an 80-year-old lady and helping her with her bags, but then you'll take a young woman and help her with hers. So it's the lack of gratitude is why I want to say that you know, because the week before I was saying that it wasn't right the way that people was doing people, but I noticed that they're not even, after you do the act, they don't even say thank you. They don't even say thank you after you show, you know what I mean, the gratitude that you show to people. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, where's the hospitality? Where, you know what I mean? In all respects. You know, I mean, back in the day, it used to be where, you know, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, back in the day when you did things, your mothers and fathers, you know what I mean? People would, like when you was a kid and somebody would do something for you or give you something, you know, your mother would always say, what are we saying? What do you say? And they would say, thank you. The kids would even say thank you. They was raised saying that when they were young. So when they were older, they automatically knew what to say. They showed gratitude, not lack of gratitude. They showed it. You understand me? It was taught when you were young. See, these things I'm speaking on or things that are taught while you're a child. Because when you get to be a grown man, it's not a habit for you to do that. So you don't, you know. And those are the people that are not raised. Perhaps they weren't raised properly because they do not know the message and the understanding and what you have to show and do to really understand and be accepted. You know, it's a lot to it. They got etiquette. People don't know the course of being a person with true etiquette. You know, you ain't got to be like chivalry and all that, because they say chivalry ain't there because of women's liberation, but it's just the idea of a person, woman, or holding bags, or holding a child, or, you know, just any situation that's not normal, you think it would be right to let them sit down. You know, get up yourself and let them sit down because they need the seat more than you do. You know, and like I said, when I let the lady have the seat when I did it, I did it under strength. And I just did a show before that, so it was like fresh in my mind, you know what I mean, about people not doing that. And I was aware of it, because after I do a show on something, you know, it's therapy to me. I go out there and I analyze and see how many people do this and how many people do that. Yeah, I noticed that people were not showing gratitude. You know, they were not showing the gratitude that should have been shown as far as someone that's a true gentleman and scholar. And I had to, like I say, myself as old as I am, I had to, you know, give them that respect. You dig? And that's how that went, you understand me, on lack of gratitude. But let me just say something in reference to, there was a players' ball they had last week in Vegas, you know, and I did a video talking about this, but I'm just going to say a little bit of it on my show. You know, that, you know, a person get a certain age, and they've been around a long time. They're supposed to get more respect. They didn't get to be that age easily. They went through a lot to be where they're at, and they're supposed to be respected. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to achieve things in life and be appreciated and respected for where they're at in the position they've been through all that they've been through all their lives and different things. I mean, I'm only 65 going on 66. But you take a friend of mine like Phil Slim, he's 84, 83. The point of it is that he's done a lot, and he's the oldest living player to tell about it right now. And the biggest oldest living player right now. And if you go to a player's ball and you don't get honored and respected and paid and all the things you're supposed to get, you know, they should put the platter out. They should put the round table out and go around and get people to make a contribution to help see this man get what he deserves, financial compensation. You don't just have a man, you understand me, show up, you know what I mean, and don't give him the things he deserves. You know, I mean, it's just not right. And that's in any type of thing like that, players' ball or whatever it is. You know, here you got the man as an honored guest, and then you don't compensate him. See, I wasn't going up there because I'm not going for that. I did that 5 years ago. I was supposed to get paid, and I went to Vegas and didn't get no money, and they didn't even pay Fillmore, and I didn't get the trophy I was supposed to get. They told me they was going to give me $500 and a trophy. I get there, I don't get nothing, but I'm not feeling bad about it. You understand me? Because I know that happens, and I'm younger, and I'm not the top pimp or whatever. I'm not in that situation where, you know, it was a thing to honor Fillmore. You understand me? You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, they didn't even pay him right. You understand? And not only not paying him right, the limousine didn't show up. I was staying in the room with him, and they didn't even provide us with the limousine. Things were just out of order. But one thing that did happen, see, a lot of people had showed up at that one. It wasn't like this one they just had. I've seen 20, 30 people. This one, a lot of people had showed up. So after the ball, they went to Fillmore's hotel, and in the lobby, they had an after party. And at that after party, they put the bucket out. They put the big old round thing out, and then people start putting money in there, man. That man had 5, 6, that man had damn near $1,000. The man had about $1,500. When he got through, they put that out for Fillmore, you understand, because he didn't get paid. And them pimps that was pimping, that had hoes that was doing good, they paid. They put their money up. And that's how they're supposed to do. The younger people are supposed to provide for the older pimps that had actually pimped, not somebody that's doing some other stuff, and you say you pay dues for whatever reason. If you pimping good and you doing good, you pay homage to the pimp that's like the Godfather. You pay then. You understand me? As paying homage. You understand? You don't give you don't give everyone or every other player nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just that one player. You understand me? That's the oldest and that's the greatest pimp. You understand me? You give him something. You know. And if you're at the fair and he's there, that's how you do it. It's not like you don't be giving it. You know what I'm saying? And then some of them young people, when I was there 5 years ago, they knew what they was doing. They had hookers. They was pimping. They gave their money. They did their thing. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. See, I've been doing this, like I said, 47, shoot, I've been doing this a lot of years, partner. 47, 48 years. And I know how this game goes when it comes down to it, you know. And respect and gratitude, you got to be thankful. All my friends and people I have, I show them respect and I show gratitude. Because that's one thing you got to do. You got to be gracious for whatever it is, you know. But I still got people, you understand me, that don't want to give me my props as far as when they're around my office and places where I be at. They got to understand that you coming in there not having no money, just keep going if you ain't got no money. Don't come in there hanging out, you understand me. It's a business. I'm in there trying to make money. If you in there and I got to buy you something, you understand me, and you come in there leaking, but you talking $1 million worth of talk, that ain't right. You faking in the game. I don't need no fakes around me. Come in there real or don't come at all, you understand? Because it's like this. You know what I mean? If you ain't having nothing, ain't doing no good, then you need to be out there busy trying to get it together. You don't need to be, you understand me, sitting there talking about it, because you need to be about it, you understand? Put your 1 foot forward, you understand me, and take the first step, you understand me, to coming up with a hoe. You know what I mean? If you call yourself a pimp. And if you're a player, then play on some money. You understand? The magic thing in this game, the whole thing is, you understand me, is having money. You know what I mean? And if you got money, you're going to do a lot better, you understand me? You ain't got to be putting yourself in a position to be disrespected. Because it's like people want to show you gratitude, they want to show you respect, and all the things that go along with that is you being an older person or if you being a younger person. But, you know, it's like if you're a young person, but you're not really young. You know, you're not like 16, 17, 18, 19 in training to this game. When you get to be in your 40s or damn near older, then you're supposed to have the game down. But if you was doing other things other than the game, and you come to this you transfer to the game. You was doing something all your life, and then you get to a midlife, and you change, and you want to be a pimp, or you want to be a con man, whatever it is you want to do, but you get in midlife. If you wasn't doing this 20, 30, 40 years, when you get 40-some years old, if you wasn't doing this 20 years at least at 40, then, you know what I mean, really now, hey, you shouldn't really be doing all that talking about it. You should be more trying to act on it. Don't talk about it, act on it. You know, it's just like I got to speak the real, I got to speak the gospel, because I know when I was 16, you understand me, I didn't even talk loud then. I was listening more, you understand me, and then when I got around 17, I knew a little bit of something. I was wearing tailor-made suits, knit suits, and all the fringes of a real first-class player. So I was able to speak because I had action. I was playing the part, so I was able to speak on the role. You understand? You know what I mean? If you got the tools, then you can say something, because that's what the game's all about. The game, the fast life, the game is tools, man. Working your tools, campaigning is to get elected. You campaigning to get elected, you understand? And when you want to get elected, you got to be the choice, the one the lady chooses. For her to choose you, you got to be the best of the bunch. You got to be worthwhile choosing. You got to be the best of the ones out there for her to select. You understand? Because it's a choosing. She do the choosing. You know what I mean? You can't be out there trying to, you understand me, think you can force a woman to be with you or do this or do that. No, it don't work. She chooses the one that fancies her. If you out there saying the right thing and doing what you're supposed to do, you can be talking. But if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, then the boss see that as, hey, he ain't doing nothing but talking. You know what I mean? He ain't made no move. I done gave this dude $1,000, whatever it is, and here he is still wearing tennis shoes and ain't made no move. you know what I mean, trying to get a bucket, a car, you understand me, a couple of suits, or something, you understand me, to make some progress in the game. But then I'm not going to say you got to wear a suit, because nowadays, I found out by talking to young players that are really doing it, that they wear Versace, they wear Gucci. They have the Gucci belt, the Versace coat, the Versace shoes, you know, Versace hat. They have name brand, boss, expensive stuff that costs thousands of dollars. And if that's what turns and attracts the woman, then that's what you got to look at. You got to look at the things that the woman is going to be attracted to. See, I'm an older cat, so women like see me dressing like this. This is old school. This is from way back in the day. But I carry this on today, you understand me? Because it's the epitome of the P, you understand me? So I carry this down with me. But the thing of it is that, you know, water seeks its own level. You know what I mean? If a woman ain't never been around nothing big or nothing about nothing, then she ain't gonna know how to appreciate it. So that's the thing about gratitude and things like that. As far as if they don't know nothing about it, they ain't gonna be able to appreciate it. They ain't gonna be able to show, you know, the respect and all that about it. But if you looking like say the way I'm looking, shirt and tie, you understand me, and you know, not really using no vulgarity, being a gentleman and all that, then you're gonna be respected. You understand me? And if you're an older gentleman, you know what I mean, they're gonna realize, you understand what I'm saying, that you must have some experience. There's some knowledge in your head, you understand me, for you to be as old as you ought to be, looking as good as you looking. You understand me? Longevity, you understand me? You must have been living good when you was young. You must have had a good life. See, like me, I didn't go to work. I never worked, never had a job, you understand me? I was a player all my life. So I played, but I took advantage of the game. I listened to older cats and followed their footsteps. You know what I mean? They did what they did, act the way they acted, you understand me? And they, you know, they led me the right way. You understand me? So I was able to, you know, do what I was supposed to do to stay out of jail and stay right. And stay in a woman's face, you understand what I'm saying? So I can put her in first place, you know, because that's what it was all about, you know. But it's like this here. Nowadays, I say these people don't listen to you. You can talk to them. They don't hear it. They think they know it all. And then those that think they know it all, you know, they be mad. They be like, you know, they don't have no charm. They don't, you know, they're not, no charm. They're like, you know, mean and bitter, you know. They don't have that charm that goes with the charisma, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. You don't see that out openly. If they do it, it's like, it's not real, because real charm is in you, it's on you, you know what I mean? It's like, it's you. It's not an act, it's the way you are, you understand, your personality. If you've been doing it, like smiling and doing things like that. I used to try to play a role and not smile. I'd get up there and not smile because I was thinking that, why should I smile? I'm trying to be cold like Iceberg Slim and all that. But you know what? You got to be yourself. You understand? You can be nice and still be a pimp. You can be nice and still get respect. You know? It's just the fact is, when somebody does you wrong or somebody don't listen to you and somebody don't do what you're supposed to do, then you turn cold. Then you get mean. But prior to that point, you can be your natural charming self. You ain't got to be, you understand me, something that you're not. If that's why you feel like you had a good life and you ain't suffered, you ain't got to be mean. Because if you've been treated mean, like say your mama and your daddy and your parents raised you and you was didn't have certain things and you was, you was always mad, they might have been abusing you, you know what I'm saying, or might have been depriving you of certain things, but only sandwich, you didn't have no bread with no cheese, and you know, you might have been deprived. You might not have had everything you're supposed to have coming up. So if something was missing, so you're constantly mad about what happened to you when you was young. So when you get to a point and get it, you scared you're gonna lose it. See, so it could be something personal about how your attitude, or how your, you know, how you act. But if you had a good life and you are wholesome and well balanced throughout your career, throughout your growing up and everything else, then you should be happy. You develop to be a happy man at the end of the game or all through the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I was around players that, you know, was all up in Canada, man, you know, had white women, man, and had penthouses, apartments, playing golf. They lived a good life because the fast life, the women was going out there working, but the men, They didn't do nothing crazy. They sat around there and went to restaurants talking good talk and being around people that had this stuff together, people that were prosperous, that was having money. They weren't around dope fiends or around the ghetto or, around there like in the Tenderloin and shit like that. No, we wasn't doing that. See, when I got back to the track, let me tell you something. When I started doing that, going to the ghetto host shows and things, was in the 90s. You understand? I'll say the 90s. I'm going to tell you why. The Tenderloin and the track was right there. And it was like, we hung around the whole store, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even drink or do nothing. All I did was drink coffee. But you stayed around the track kicking it, you know what I mean? Walking up down that sidewalk, trying to catch fresh game and just doing what you're doing. But before that, when I had the white women, I was up there in Seattle and things. I didn't go with no host store, man. Didn't hang on no host store. You would be in a bar somewhere that way down the other side of town. Bar be on automatic, man. You know what I mean? It was a whole different situation then. Now it's like you got to be on the track because fools come through. You know what I mean? The game had got to a point to where it wasn't like it used to be. The broader people wasn't doing what you're supposed to do. But these fools that come through, man, mispimping and doing things all crazy, not showing respect and gratitude, as I say, which goes in the game as well as in the square thing. It's just if a person ain't got it, they ain't got it. You know? And I don't care what they're doing. You got these gangsters and people coming up there doing some very disrespectful things back at that particular time. So that's when things had got, that's when the pimping really got tight. It got really where it was off key, you know what I mean? You had cats that was gangsters coming on there trying to jump or intimidate women and do all, man. It was some crazy stuff. And them cats really weren't no pimp. That ain't the way the pimper went. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't the way real players play. Real players, you know what I mean? It would be like real players to meet. You got pickpockets, you got con men, you got all these different people used to come up and meet at certain clubs and do their thing. I remember up there in Tacoma, Washington, we go to Brown. In the evening, you have the slum players, the pimps, the pickpockets, all these different players. All of us met at the same place because we all part of the game. We all was players. We had respect for one another. It wasn't nobody thinking they was better than the other or whatever. It was all about people in the game that was having money. It's like all the winners would be together. You understand? Yeah, and that's the way that was. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's something that I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand from one way to another, you know? And like anyway, what I'm saying is, I said this to say this. I said this to say that the whole thing is that you got to really, 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 really pay attention to how people act. And younger people need to listen and make the right decisions. I know it's cool to be mean and it's cool to be tough. It's cool to be a thug. You know what I'm saying? But being cool, see, I know what it's going to be. When you're young, you do all that because you try to identify with the generation. And like I said about the clothes, you know what I mean? I ain't telling them to pull their pants up. They got Versace pants and they wear them low. That's what they want to do. That's their thing. I'm not going to change what they do. You understand me? Because it, you know what I mean? It ain't right. You know what I mean? They're going to be who they are and they're going to do what they do. And there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you really look at the situation, you know what I mean? It's like, the way things are, it's strange. You know? It really is. I don't know what to say about it. It's just that, like I said, showing respect and gratitude. Be thankful just to be alive. Be thankful for a lot of things. But be thankful, you know? Because it's like you can come around, you understand me, and not being thankful for what it is that you're doing. And it will be, you're only making the life tough for yourself. Because actually, you know, I mean, you got people that are showing gratitude, that are thankful, that are grateful. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, I'm grateful and I really appreciate the things that I do. And at this stage in my life, I'm happy. You know what I mean? But this just didn't come overnight. This is something that took time. It took a lot of time for me to get to where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? to get in the frame of mind I'm at now took a lot. And that's why I said I try to be 100% with it. Not try to be, I am 100% with it, you know? And like I said, I look up to the older people that are older than me that have done it and have made it to where they're at, and for the experience that they had. Being in the game or whatever background they had, being in the game is what I got to say something. I take my hat off to people, players in the game, because if you made it to a certain age and you was in the game and you was 100% player, you didn't go to work, you didn't, get to doing some construction job or driving a bus or doing anything other than the playing. See, if you didn't do anything other than playing, where you don't use your Social Security card, if you did not use your Social Security card and you played, I take my hat off to you, because hey, that ain't easy. You understand? A lot of people had to hang their gloves up. They had to put their players card away because it got tough for them, and they didn't know what to do after the hose ran off. They didn't know what to do, because hose don't stay; they come and go, and that's what people don't understand. Women don't stay; they come and they go, and they come going. And you got to realize one thing: you got to keep going. You got to keep doing good. And that way, if you keep yourself together, and with a bra or without a bra, then the bra is gonna come, because they want you when you don't need them. They'll come to you when you look like you winning by yourself. And if you got bras, they don't know, they don't care. They want to be with a winner, though. They don't want to be with nobody leaking around like a faucet, ain't got nothing going, and ain't doing nothing for themselves. They do not want to be with that. They want to be with a winner. You understand me? And that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to always be. From the beginning of the pyramid to the end of the pyramid, I don't care how many changes they make in this game. They are not going to change the essence of the game. And that is a woman wanting to be with a winner, man that's capable of telling her what to do and telling her how to do it, and knowing when she get on his team, she going to win, because she on the winning team. You understand? And that's the key. A lot of people don't understand that. If you appear to be a winner and you constantly being consistent on winning, then you're going to get winning bras that's doing good. Bras that's getting money and have money will choose you. Yeah, if you got these dope fiend bras on, cracking, tripping, and carrying on, half stepping out there in the life, half stepping out there in the game, then that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get what you put out. If you put out an image of being a winner and all that, and being the greatest, tailor-made suits and all the things that, you understand me, go along with winning, then that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a bra that's gonna put you on top of the world, because that's where you deserve to be. Because you projecting that image, you projecting that winning image. And that's what you got to do. And that's showing that, I'm telling you that from the gratitude to whatever it is that you think you need to change about yourself. Make sure you have the winning seed. You got to have the winning seed in you. Believe that. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out with that one. On that note, you understand? Because this is International Red for the record, you understand me? And I'm a 100% player, you understand me? Ain't no cut on mine. 100% raw player. All right, later.